Global United Diplomatic Offensive. Opposition with government on global dais. Agenda: to tell the world the need and the success of Operation Sindoor.
There is no difference between these terrorist organizations in Pakistan and the ISIS Takfiri ideology. This we must remember. This is a menace to the whole humankind.
This is not about Hindu-Muslim or anything like that. This is about terrorism and terrorist enablers versus democratic India.
Any support to Pakistan is a support to terror organization.
Domestic opposition offensive on government. The Prime Minister on tour to deliver the message. Operation Sindoor, a stupendous success. Rajasthan, Gujarat, onwards to Kanpur, Bihar and Sikkim.
6 मई की रात ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सैन्य बल से प्रारंभ हुआ था, लेकिन अब ये ऑपरेशन सिंदूर जन बल से आगे बढ़ेगा.
Opposition attacking the PM and the government, alleging Operation Sindoor is now Operation Vote Bank. Congress alleging Prime Minister Modi indulging in theatrics, claiming the opposition is united with the BJP for national interest, but the BJP politicizing the issue.
उनका जिक्र करना मुझे लगता है बहुत मजाकिया हो जाएगा, और ये मजाकिया विषय है नहीं. जिस तरह से वो कभी प्रेम चोपड़ा की तरह, कभी परेश रावल की तरह डायलॉग्स दे रहे हैं साहब, जा जाकर ये सिंदूर है, इसमें रगों में मांग क्या है, खून है, गरम है, ठंडा है, और गोली खाओ, रोटी खाओ. ये प्रधानमंत्री है देश.
Lashing out at the Prime Minister, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Shiv Sena UBT sparked controversy by calling Operation Sindoor against Pakistan a failure. Sanjay Raut's remarks come after Amit Shah said that if late Bala Sahib Thackeray were alive, he would have embraced Modi for Operation Sindoor.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ये एक फेलियर ऑपरेशन है. ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ने ये सिंदूर जो उजाड़ दिया हमारे महिलाओं का, कहाँ है वो आतंकवादी? क्या आपने गुजरात में छुपाया है, क्या दाहोद में छुपाया है? उसके लिए जिम्मेदार देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह है, और उसका प्रायश्चित लेने के लिए अमित शाह जी ने अपने पद से इस्तीफा देना चाहिए.
तो संजय राउत को थोड़ा जरा बॉर्डर पे जाके खड़ा रखना चाहिए. गलत जगह पे जब भी गोली जाएगी ना, तभी कितना ऑपरेशन सिंदूर यशस्वी हो गया ना, उसको समझेगा.
Meanwhile, the BJP doubling down on the opposition, once again labeling the Congress a Pakistan stooge.
एक ऐसा भी समय था 11 वर्ष पहले जब तत्कालीन प्रधानमंत्री पीएमओ में आतंकवादियों से मिलते थे, कश्मीर के अलगाववादियों से मिलते थे, उनका आवभगत करते थे, सत्कार करते थे, और आज आतंकवाद के अड्डे पाकिस्तान के अंदर घुस करके 100 किलोमीटर अंदर घुस करके 9 अड्डों को ध्वस्त किया गया है ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में. आज का ये नया हिंदुस्तान है.
Globally united, domestically fragmented. Top focus on To The Point this evening. Operation Sindoor, Operation Vote Bank, clear Operation Politics. All of that being discussed over the course of the next 25 minutes. Right here, joining me, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Brijesh Kadapa, Spokesperson, Congress, Sushma Andhare, Deputy Leader and Spokesperson, Shiv Sena UBT, Satya Prakash Mishra, Spokesperson, JDU. All of you will get 2 minutes time to put forth your party line, and then the next speaker will come in from the other spokespersons representing other political outfits. I want to cut across to Sanju Verma first. Sanju Verma, the fact is, when you look at on a global front, you have the opposition standing side by side the government, putting forth a united perspective. When you look at on the domestic front, there's a clear split. Today, your party is being charged with possibly harking back to lines of 1980s Bollywood. Number one, theatrics, drama. Number two, the opposition's clear charge is Operation Sindoor is over and now the Prime Minister is on Operation Vote Bank. He was in Gujarat, now he's going to be in Kanpur tomorrow, then Bihar, then Sikkim.
You know, Preeti, let me make one thing very clear for the benefit of your audience. You can have the best technology, you can have the best military arsenal at your disposal, you can have you know, S-400, Rafale, BrahMos, what have you. But if the political establishment of the day does not have the courage of conviction, does not have determination, does not have willpower, then everything else becomes secondary. If Prime Minister Narendra Modi is indeed taking credit for Operation Sindoor, I say, what's the big deal? Why are people rattled? लोगों के पेट में दर्द क्यों हो रहा है? And if you listen to the Prime Minister repeatedly, at every given opportunity, he has applauded the valor of our armed forces in no uncertain terms. And let me say one thing to you. I was listening to Colonel Sophia Qureshi's sister yesterday, and I was so pleased at what she had to say about the Prime Minister. Let Congress and the opposition ranks listen to what Sophia Qureshi have to say. इनके पेट का दर्द और बढ़ जाएगा. And I'm quoting her ad verbatim. She said, बहुत कम लोगों की किस्मत होती है कि वो जिंदगी में एक बार प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी से मिल पाएं. हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा नरेंद्र मोदी से मिलकर और उनका नेतृत्व शानदार रहा है. She used the word शानदार नेतृत्व. Colonel Sophia Qureshi's father applauded the Prime Minister. Colonel Sophia Qureshi's brother applauded the Prime Minister. And let me say one more thing to you. We had a government even in 2008 after the horrifying Mumbai terror attack of 26/11. Sonia Gandhi's proxy government was caught snoozing at the wheel. ये वही कांग्रेस सरकार है where in 2006 Manmohan Singh was giving a jhappi to Yasin Malik in the Prime Minister's chambers. और आज ये लोग नरेंद्र मोदी और उनकी सरकार को नैतिकता पर भाषण देते हैं. That's coming a bit too rich from the Congress cabal. And my final point is this: had anybody else been the Prime Minister, Operation Sindoor कभी होता ही नहीं.
Okay. All right, I'll come back to you. And, you know, you're right, Sanju Verma, because Colonel Qureshi's sister did say that on this very show yesterday. I want to bring in Brijesh Kadapa, spokesperson Congress, who's joining us live as well. Brijesh Kadapa, you know, the fact is, why so much skepticism, A, at the back of Operation Sindoor, because questions continue to be asked, number one. Number two, Brijesh Kadapa, the charge is very clear that, you know, the Prime Minister is using the language that he's using. Every time there is also political messaging which is attached to an event like that. You do it, so does the government. It's par for the course.
See, Preeti, as far as the Prime Minister's speeches are concerned, we have absolutely no issue with the Prime Minister doing Operation Sindoor, doing, you know, a surgical strike soon after Uri and Balakot. And, you know, we have absolutely no problem with that. What we have a certain problem with is the fact that no head of state should make use of the bravery of our army jawans and our soldiers to try to win political brownie points and to win elections. Because after all, it's not Mr. Modi who's fighting in the border. He's not the one who has done the surgical strike. Ultimately, he's relying on the bravery of our jawans. So I think as far as this is concerned, I think this is something which is completely reprehensible and completely deprecatory, that the political leadership tries to take some kind of advantage from the army. Is this permitted in a regular electoral event? Certainly not. Is the national flag allowed to be politicized? No. There are certain things which are above politics, and the army is above politics. And this is the first part of my answer. Now the second part of my answer is that Mr. Modi is now claiming credit for Operation Sindoor. Very well. But is he also claiming credit for the ceasefire? Has Israel, you know, had a ceasefire after so many days of war? Why? Where was the need to have a ceasefire? Today the EAM is on record to say that, look, we made a call, right? Then he says, he qualifies, he says, we made the call half an hour later. Who authorized him to make the call? I think these are all very important, very pertinent questions. Now the second part is that, has Mr. Modi even said a word? I appreciate what my friend Sanju Verma spoke about Colonel Sophia Qureshi. Has the Prime Minister pulled up Mr. Kuwar Vijay Shah, who made a reprehensible comment about Colonel Sophia Qureshi?
Okay. Sir, I'll come back to you. I'll circle back in, 2 minutes. And fair point, an advisory on loose talk, which the Prime Minister gave when the NDA meeting, NDA leaders meet, should possibly have been followed with constructive, coercive action on leaders who said what they did. But, that's up for discussion. But having said that, and I will come back to you, Mr. Kadapa, because you say, why politicize it? Why use the army? I just, remind you to go to your own Twitter account, which is not your own personal account, but your party's personal account, where there are tweets after tweets lauding Indira Gandhi on 1971, and where Indira Gandhi in an AI image is schooling the Prime Minister. So you do it. You can't then accuse the BJP for doing it. Simple submission. And I'll come back to you. I want to bring in Satya Prakash Mishra, spokesperson JDU. Mr. Mishra, it's quite threadbare. Why not just accept it? Because there's a fair amount of politics which is always attached to events like this. The Prime Minister in exactly 2 days is going to be in the state of Bihar, which is up for election in the next 4 months. And everything is going to be, in terms of political language, will be only about Operation Sindoor. You're going to milk it politically as much as you can. It's bang for buck.
It can be interpreted differently, but what Prime Minister is doing, he is just getting the confidence of the nation back on track, that there is a Prime Minister who can operate and order Operation Sindoor. There is a couplet of Ramdhari Singh Dinkar, Shur dharma hai anay dahakte angaron par chalna, Shur dharma hai sodhit asi ko dhar kar charan machalna. BJP and NDA government has been credited with 2 operations. During Kargil, it was Operation Vijay, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee took back the confidence of the nation that the nation is completely protected. And now, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is doing the same thing. If Congress thinking that, they are doing politics, I remind Congress, you reminded of 71, but I remind Congress of something which they never done. Why they are saying so? Because when they were in power in 2008, Mumbai was attacked fully, completely, and they never responded in the same manner that Mr. Narendra Modi responded to Pakistan. We had the calibration. We had everything, what Sanju Verma said. Why there was no decision? Because that point of time, there was a government with paralysis, a paralytic government. India suffered due to Manmohan Singh leadership and Rahul Gandhi and Super Prime Minister Sonia Gandhi. They must have pain in their stomach because we are responding. And definitely whatever the Prime Minister Modi is saying to the nation, it is connecting to the people to the Operation Sindoor. And it still continues. Operation Sindoor has not over. Why they are jumping like popcorn? Why you carried on such an operation? This is failure. I remind Congress and its leadership, wait for some time, you will see how it is unfolding, because our representative in different countries is exposing Pakistan that it is indulging in the terrorism activity and it is simply a terrorist nation. So every global power must refrain from giving anything to Pakistan, because if they are helping Pakistan in any way, they are helping to propagate terrorism.
But sir, I'm going to come back. And the fact is, you talk about global representation. There is a lot of opposition representation in that global representation, which is defending India and putting India's interest first. And that's happening on a global level. But many would also seem to suggest that, we are sending in delegations country by country, where we are trying to convince most countries to not be neutral. A stand that we are seemingly defending on a global stage. It's come under criticism as well. I'll circle back on that. I want to bring in Sushma Andhare, Deputy Leader and Spokesperson Shiv Sena UBT. Ma'am, the big question, do you really feel, is that the party line, that the party feels that Operation Sindoor has been a failure? Or is it just the personal view of Mr. Sanjay Raut?
No. This is our party line. The attack in Pahalgam was an assault on our sovereignty. As we respond to this attack, the United States, by dictating what India should do, is once again raising questions about our sovereignty. Why is Prime Minister Modi, who has not attended a single all-party meeting before or after the all these incidents, why he is afraid to tell India?
And there's a problem with your output. Okay. Can you hear us, Ms. Andhare? Okay, there's a problem. We're going to come. I'll give you more time when I come back to you, Ms. Andhare. I'll try and give you more time if we still have you by then. I want to bring in Sanju Verma into this conversation because Sanju Verma, there is a clear point that the opposition has on a domestic level. While they are standing beside you on a global stage, at a domestic level, they've asked for an all-party meet which was chaired by the Prime Minister. And above all, you've had now 6 opposition parties which have come out and demanded a special parliamentary session to discuss Operation Sindoor. If it is such an achievement which most Indians feel it is, why not have a special session in Parliament which the opposition is being denied? And the country would also like to know. Number 2, in midst of all of this, Sanju Verma, the biggest charge is that you're milking this now for votes. Operation Sindoor is now clearly Operation Vote Bank for the BJP.
You know, Preeti, let me make one thing very clear for the benefit of your audience. That यदि किसी ने आर्मी की बार-बार इंसल्ट की है, that is the Congress party. Let me remind your audience and the Congress party that after the 1971 victory, the architect of that victory was a man called Sam Bahadur Manekshaw. Indira Gandhi stripped him of basic dignity. Sam Manekshaw got his pension 36 years after the 1971 war. In 2007, just 1 year before he died in 2008. और ये कांग्रेस पार्टी आज नरेंद्र मोदी को सर्टिफिकेट दे रही है, आपके सर्टिफिकेट की जरूरत नहीं है. कांग्रेस पार्टी यूथ लीडर, सो कॉल्ड यूथ लीडर कन्हैया कुमार कॉल्ड द आर्मी अ बंच ऑफ रेपिस्ट. भारत की जो फौज है वो तो बलात्कारी है. This is what Kanhaiya Kumar said. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against Kanhaiya Kumar? And I'm not talking of you, but large sections of media के मुंह में दही जम गया. How many people have questioned Kanhaiya Kumar? Sandeep Dixit, the son of former Congress PM of Delhi, Sheila Dixit, called the late Bipin Rawat Sadak ka gunda. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against Sandeep Dixit? No. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against Kanhaiya Kumar? No. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against K. Manjunath, a Congress MLA in the Karnataka Assembly, who clearly said, हमको कैसे पता कि आर्मी ने 9 टेरर पैड्स डिस्ट्रॉय किए हैं या 11 एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम्स डिस्ट्रॉय किए हैं? हमें तो सबूत चाहिए. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against his MLA K. Manjunath? Siddaramaiah gave a clean chit to Pakistan. Has Rahul Gandhi taken action against Siddaramaiah? Manishankar Iyer said, oh, Operation Sindoor is not a big deal. And Pahalgam terror attack happened only because of the problems pertaining to 1947 partition. Did Rahul Gandhi take action against Manishankar Iyer? No. D.K. Hari Prasad, Congress MLC, gave a clean chit to Pakistan.
Time is up. By that virtue of fact, why it's a little rich coming from the BJP, has the BJP, madam, taken action against the Deputy Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Jagdish Devda, who said the armed forces should bow down to the Prime Minister? And he said this exactly a week ago. Not really, we don't have to go into the era of Manmohan Singh. No, the BJP hasn't taken any action against their Deputy CM for saying that the armed forces should bow down in front of the Prime Minister. Has the BJP taken action against a tribal affairs minister who has used the most unsavory, which you yourself has admitted, communal language against the Prime Minister? No. Has the BJP taken any action against the Rajya Sabha member from Haryana who said that all the women who were standing besides the men who were killed on the name of religion should have taken up arms, and they failed to do so? No. So, you know, it cuts both ways, Sanju Verma. And we'll come back to you. I know you want to come in for a rebuttal, but I want to bring in Brijesh Kadapa into this conversation. So, Brijesh Kadapa, at the back of it, this is politics. That 1971 victory is something that the Congress milks to date. And yes, if there are optics which the BJP is now trying to leverage for political gain, it's par for the course in politics, Brijesh Kadapa, and you know that better.
See, Preeti, I think it's absurd to say that, look, the 1971 war is going to help us win elections in Bihar now. The Operation Sindoor might, because, as you know, it's contemporaneous events which help win elections. It's not something you did, you know, some 70 years or 50 years or 60 years earlier. So I think you're trying to say that, you know, chalk and cheese, and these are completely two different things. And I don't know why you're linking them. They're completely, you know, not something which can be linked. Then, of course, you said something about the minister, Mr. Devda. I think what you forgot about, Preeti, is a very important issue. And that is of Nishikant Dubey, the BJP MP from had gone to Gulmarg and had enjoyed the salubrious climate of Kashmir with ample security. Question now is that why did tourists not receive the same kind of security when they were in Pahalgam? I think this answer has not been, this question has not been answered. Now the second part is that everybody goes back to 2008 and the Mumbai attacks. Now importantly, every single person.
You know, there's a problem. Okay.
Mumbai attacks has been identified. We know.
There's a problem, sir, with your audio connection. We're going to try and rework that. But Mr. Kadapa, if you can hear me, with what you seem to suggest that 1971 is not going to help you win the Bihar election. But let me also remind you that there were general elections in the beginning of 1971 on which the Congress came to power. December late was the Bangladesh War and Pakistan War of 1971. Post that, there were 6 state elections, Mr. Kadapa. And all 6 state elections were swept by the Congress, where you had at that point of time Indira Gandhi going state by state, pretty much mirroring what's going on right now. So they did it then. You're doing it now. What's the difference was my question. But I'll circle back to you on that. I want to bring in Sushma Andhare, Deputy Leader and Spokesperson Shiv Sena UBT, who's also joining us. Sushma Andhare, the last time we didn't, there was a problem with your audio and your video link. The question that I asked you, but Ms. Andhare, I'll repeat my question again. It's a big thing to suggest that Operation Sindoor is a failure, because then you're putting in the effort of our armed forces in question. Can you hear me, madam? Really, they say in politics, there's timing is everything. Both the opposition spokespersons seem to be having a network problem today, while everything is going perfectly well for the BJP and the JDU spokesperson. But once again, I'll try. Ms. Andhare, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Make your point, ma'am.
My question is for the Prime Minister. In the last 10 years, Modi has tools to various countries, wearing attire according to their cultures and getting photos and videos broadcasted by Godi media. Why hasn't even one of these countries stood firmly with India in these difficult times with complete openness? So has our foreign policy failed over the last? We failed to gain the conscience of our nations regarding India's foreign policy while developing international relations. Modi needs to come forward in a press conference and boldly address this. If Modi's one phone call could stop the Ukraine war, how appropriate is it for the US to mediate? Is it strategic?
Madam, there's a problem with your audio and connectivity. That's what I said. There seems to... Mr. Kadapa, would you like to take the question? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Preeti. So the point is this, what I think my friend from the Shiv Sena was trying to mention, that as far as the foreign policy behind the attack, because everything has to be coordinated. When a nation is going to war with somebody, it can't just be the armed forces. It has to be a complete, 360 kind of attack against the enemy. And really, the External Affairs Department has completely failed. I don't think there has been any kind of support from the External Affairs Department, and not even the fact that our closest, neighbors have stood by us. There's been nobody who stood by us. In fact, there have been a lot of countries which stood with Pakistan. So therefore, the government has had to take this unprecedented step of taking delegations from the opposition to other countries. So this is the kind of performance that Mr. Modi, who had taken a lead with regard to the External Affairs Ministry, has really brought the ministry into shambles. And this is something which deeply concerns each one of us. I think because as everyone, Mr. Modi...
I'll come back to you, madam, because we had a problem. No. Why we've given him 2 minutes extra is because we've had a problem with both. in terms of, the spokespersons from the Shiv Sena, UBT and the Congress. They were not able to finish it. That's why he's getting extra time. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give 2 minutes all by the clock, starting from the BJP and then to the others to make their final submission. Sanju Verma, go.
Preeti, now don't take this personally, and I hope you will not rebut me. I will say this. When Preeti Choudhry asks questions, she very fairly asks questions of both the BJP and the opposition. But look at the passion, look at the intensity, look at the fervor with which Preeti Choudhry asked me, Sanju Verma, what about Vijay Shah? Sanju Verma, what about, the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar? Sanju Verma, what about this? Sanju Verma, what about that? With the same intensity, Preeti Choudhry, I want to ask you to ask the Congress and Rahul Gandhi and the opposition cabal, what about Kanhaiya Kumar calling our armed forces a bunch of rapists? What about K. Manjunath saying Operation Sindoor to sirf ek bada failure hai? There is no saboot of the valor of our armed forces. I want Preeti Choudhry to ask with the same intensity Robert Vadra, who said, Pahalgam terror attacks happened because Muslims are made to feel insecure in India. I want Preeti Choudhry to ask with the same intensity what Tariq Hamid Karra, the Jammu Kashmir president, had to say. He said, Pakistan ke khilaf action kyun liya gaya? Hamare paas to koi saboot nahi hai that Pakistan was involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. I want Preeti Choudhry to ask with the same intensity why Rahul Gandhi's close alliance partner Ram Gopal Yadav called Wing Commander Vyomika Singh a chamar. And I want to ask Preeti Choudhry to ask with the same intensity a question to the opposition. You keep saying that we supported the government. Barely within 24 hours of your facade, you started saying Indira Gandhi ho pana aasan nahi hai. Yes, Indira Gandhi ho pana aasan nahi hai because Indira Gandhi gave away 93,000 prisoners of war to Pakistan on a golden platter without securing 54 Indian POWs who were left to languish and rot in Pakistani jails. हाँ, इंदिरा गांधी बन पाना आसान नहीं है because Indira Gandhi stripped Sam Manekshaw of basic dignity. नरेंद्र मोदी ने आर्मी की सिर्फ तारीफ की है.
Ma'am, your time is up. Like I said, I refrain from speaking of myself in the third person because I think it's borderline narcissist. But Preeti Choudhry cannot, go by with what Congress or the BJP asks her to say. And I don't know what tone or tonality you asked. I think I use exactly the same tonality with each one of you. But I will ask, that one question which I need to ask with the Congress, which I've already asked. Do you agree with the, your counterpart is not there from the Shiv Sena, but Mr. Kadapa, one of your key allies today is actually calling Operation Sindoor a failure. Does the Congress actually agree with that?
See, our national president is on record, Preeti, to say that, we are fully with the government with regard to Operation Sindoor and also the aftermath of Operation Sindoor. I think there can be nothing, which tells you what exactly is on the Congress's mind. Now, the second part is that every time one has to go back to 2008. And I was listening to my friend Sanju Verma, who spoke about Sam Manekshaw not getting his pension and so on and so forth. I mean, this is a complete figment of her imagination. She's sitting here and making up stories. So that I don't have to respond to because Sam Manekshaw, as you know, after the 1971 war, was made a field marshal. So if somebody is going to say field marshal, there is no news report to that, to saying that Sam Manekshaw didn't receive a pension and so on and so forth. So if the BJP wants to kind of keep churning out these lies, they're welcome to. But nobody in the country believes them as it is their stock is low. Now everybody goes back to 2008. Now the question is, if you're going to go back to 2008, then go back to 99. What happened? IC 814. What happened in 2001 when Parliament was attacked? What did the BJP do at that time? So point is, Preeti, that the countries, every country, first there was the country was moving towards a nuclear kind of status. Then Pakistan also became nuclear. Then we had to take certain steps which ensured that this situation would not go spiral out of control. Now there have been several attacks. We don't know what exactly happened in Pulwama still. Still, we don't know what happened in Pulwama. Who are the perpetrators of the attack? Who are the faces behind the attacks? What are the names of those people? What happened in Uri? And you must understand that there have been at least 15 attacks after Mr. Modi has assumed office. Then the first is the 2015 Jammu attack, then the 2015 Gurdaspur attack, 2016 Pathankot attack, 2016 Pampore attack, 2016
Sir, your time is up. Sir, your time is up. You're right. He was given, the position of a field marshal, which is the only field marshal we've ever had. But Mr. Kalappa, the fact is that his pension didn't come in through certain technical issues till the time APJ Abdul Kalam, the President of India, intervened. You and I both know that. And that's for the BJP to use politically, sir. That's a point that they can use. Now, it can be interpreted whichever way. Final 1 minute each, I will give to Sushma Andhare if we finally have a. Sushma Andhare ji, can you hear me, ma'am? 1 minute. Hopefully, we'll get you for a full minute. Make your point.
मैं बस इतना बताना चाहती थी, मैं बोल रही थी कि in the last 10 years, Modi has undertaken international tours to various countries, wearing attire according to their cultures and getting photos and videos with their leaders broadcasted by Godi media. Why hasn't even one of these countries stood firmly with India and these difficult times with complete openness? So has our foreign policy failed over the last 10 years? Have we failed to gain the consensus of other nations regarding India's foreign policy while developing international nations? Modi needs to come forward in a press conference and boldly address this. If Modi's one phone call could stop the Ukraine's war, how appropriate is it for the US to mediate in the strategic tensions between India and Pakistan? Who gave Trump the authority to decide anything regarding the largest democratic nation in the Indian subcontinent? Those Modi supporters who ask what Gandhi or Nehru did in 70 years should at least get
Ma'am, your time is up. 1 minute, I'll get to Satya Prakash Mitra, and I want to come in. Correct myself, we've had two field marshals, not just Sam Manekshaw, we've also had Mr. Cariappa, Major General Cariappa there. Sir, 1 minute. Go ahead.
Actually, they are just labeling that at international level, nobody came in our support. India is capable of handling its war-like situation and conflict-like situation, but all countries from all international communities do stated that India has a right to respond, India has a right to defend, and India successfully defended and responded. When China was even stated that, okay, this is completely wrong what happened in the Pahalgam, they have not taken sides. Only one nation who supplied certain weapons to Pakistan. We have responded to that nation as well. On a diplomatic front, we are successful, we will be successful, and we are definitely doing whatsoever it takes, and Narendra Modi ji will be definitely remembering for this. When last time we saw General Manik Shaw's photo with Indira Gandhi? We never saw that. But when they see the Modi's picture on the forefront of this war, they are definitely irritated by certain thing. But I must tell you one thing, रोशनी तय करेगी, हवा तय करेगी रोशनी का फैसला, जिन दिए में जान होगी वो रह जाएगी.
Time is up. I need to go into a quick break. I will correct myself again. There have been two field marshals that India has had, Sam Manekshaw and KM Cariappa, which have got the lifetime titles by the President of Field Marshal.
A raging scandal in RJD first family, months before Bihar goes for all-important polls. Lalu Prasad Yadav's eldest son found himself embroiled in a scandal after posting his photo with Anushka Yadav, revealing his 12-year-long secret affairs with her, despite being married to the granddaughter of a senior Bihar politician, and a messy divorce proceeding. The photos and viral videos of Tej Pratap and the woman jolted Bihar politics. Tej Pratap deleted the post and called it an AI-generated image to malign him and his family, but the damage had already been done. His father and RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav had no option but to sack him from RJD and disown him from the Yadav clan, questioning his immoral action, which Lalu said questions his values. The move was backed by Lalu's family, who described Tej Pratap's actions as devoid of values inculcated in his upbringing and inappropriate public behavior.
कि वो अडल्ट हैं, बड़े हैं, उनको अधिकार है, वो अपना निर्णय क्या उनका सही होगा, क्या नुकसान होगा, ये अपना निर्णय वो खुद लें. और राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी दल के नेता हैं, उन्होंने अपने ट्वीट के माध्यम से स्पष्ट कर दिया है।
But Lalu's political foes are unsparing, terming Tej Pratap's sacking a political stunt timed with upcoming polls.
खारिज करते हैं।
ये शुद्ध अनैतिकता है और चुनाव के समय लोगों को गुमराह करने के लिए, तेज प्रताप को दिखावे के लिए उन्होंने पार्टी से और परिवार से निकालने की बात की है। अब देखिएगा चुनाव के बाद ये परिवार में जैसे थे वैसे ही रहेंगे और पार्टी में भी वैसे ही उनकी वापसी भी हो जाएगी।
बिहार की जनता मन बना चुकी है, संकल्प ले चुकी है कि 2025 का विधानसभा चुनाव में एनडीए जो नीतीश कुमार जी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ेगी वो जीतेगी और इनका सुपड़ा साफ होगा।
His estranged wife, Aishwarya Rai, granddaughter of former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav, and the daughter of Chandrika Rai, a 6-time MLA, attacked the Yadav family, calling even the family ostracization of Tej Pratap by the family drama.
ये लोग सब मिले हुए रहते हैं, ये लोग कोई अलग अलग नहीं हुआ है, ये लोग सब मिले हुए हैं। कल भी राबड़ी देवी गई होंगी, उनके उसका आंसू पोछी होंगी और बोली होगी अभी शांत रहो, सब हम ठीक कर देंगे। इलेक्शन के बात है, इसीलिए इन लोगों ने ऐसा ड्रामा रचा है।
The latest twist in scandal. The brother of Anushka Yadav, the alleged partner of Tej Pratap, has now come up with a veiled threat.
हम एक ही चीज आप तमाम मीडिया के माध्यम से बोलना चाहेंगे आदरणीय तेजस्वी यादव जी को कि दो परिवारों का इज्जत को संभालना उनकी जिम्मेवारी है। हमारे पास खोने के लिए कुछ नहीं है और उनके पास अभी खोने के लिए भी बहुत कुछ है और बनाने के लिए भी बहुत कुछ है।
The politics now peaking. Will the fresh scandal involving Lalu Prasad Yadav's eldest son impact the Bihar elections?
All right, let's quickly cut across to our panelists this evening. Still with me is Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, BJP. Dr. Shyam Kumar, National Spokesperson, RJD, also joins us. Dr. Kumar, you know, for somebody who's part of a political party, you'd understand that in politics, optics can mean a lot. Would you reckon, sir, these are terrible optics for the RJD going into elections in less than 4 months?
If you look at the tweet of Honorable Party President Lalu Prasad Yadav ji, it has made everything crystal clear. It does not have any impact on the upcoming any election. There is no such link with the election. Our leaders, top leaders, including Tej Yadav, has already made categorical clear about this issue and the traditions, values, morals in the public life, even personal life, is a first priority of the party and leadership. So there is nothing much debate, I think, on this topic, particularly related on this public discourse. These are the personal matters, and party has categorically made clear every dimension. And to it, if you see, things are much...
Dr. Kumar, before I bring in Sanju Verma, allow me to ask you a rebuttal. The woman vote defined the last election in the state of Bihar. Actually, it's actually defined 2 elections in the state of Bihar. At one end, you have Aishwarya Rai, who is now the estranged wife of Tej Pratap, where she's come out openly to suggest that all of this is drama, all of this is theatrics, they're all together. They're only trying to get morality into the picture because elections are near. Once election gets over, everything is fine.
See, in this matter, what I have to add, entire discourse of discussion, the matter is sub judice, and let the decision in the matter to come. And see, again, I will reiterate that party has firmly clear on the principles, and party does not compromise its values, its principles, its philosophy of any kind. Therefore, you know, like with regard to the any statement of any individual, that is a different issue. In fact, there is no correlation.
All right, let me bring in Sanju Verma into this conversation. Sanju Verma, you know, there is always what is personal and there is always what is political. And there should be a fine line with that. Is the BJP wrong in trying to exploit what is clearly a family dilemma for the Yadavs?
You know, Preeti, I strongly believe that for public figures, there's nothing called a private space. Whether you like it or not, that is the brutal truth. And in this case, this is not about public life versus what happens in your bedroom. This is about a woman who's been wronged. This is not about the family dilemma of Lalu Yadav or Misa Bharti or Tej Pratap Yadav or his brother Tejashwi Yadav. There is nothing political about it. I mean, imagine a young, educated woman from Delhi University. She's barely 37 or 38 years old now. What did she say? Your audience needs to listen to what she said ad verbatim. नहीं तो कहेंगे बीजेपी इसको politicize कर रही है. Now they have suddenly had a social awakening, says Aishwarya Rai. They are all together. They have not separated. The elections are near. That is why they have taken such a step and created this drama. I got information about my divorce from the media. All the information I got was through the media. Tej Pratap was having an affair for the last 12 years. Why was I not informed? I did not know what was going on. Ask them, what was the need to ruin my life? Where was their social justice when I was beaten? But the most touching and telling thing, Preeti, as a woman, forget about me being the national spokesperson of BJP. What I took very, very strong offense to was when she said, राबड़ी देवी ने मुझे बाल से खींचकर घसीटकर बाहर निकाला घर से और सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स को कहा इसे बाहर फेंक डालो, मुझे खाना तक नहीं दिया गया, मुझे रूम में बंदी बनाकर रखा, यहां तक कि मेरे पीरियड्स के वक्त मुझे सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स तक नहीं दिए गए. This sounds extremely crude on national television, but this is how crude and vulgar and crass it got for Aishwarya Rai when she was staying confined to four walls without basic dignity, without basic amenities like food and water. Imagine not allowing a woman sanitary napkins during a period. I say that Rabri Devi is a psychopath. And let me say one more thing. Did you see that post by Tej Pratap Yadav on Facebook? He first said, this is the love of my life, pointing to his new partner, Anushka Yadav. And then, after an outrage, or maybe his family members advised him to lie low, he deleted that Facebook post. मेरा पूछना सिर्फ इतना है, यहाँ पर politics बीजेपी नहीं कर रही. Will Rabri Yadav answer questions? Will Lalu Yadav take questions from media? Will Preeti Choudhry ask us questions of Tej Pratap and Tejashwi and Misa Bharti?
Madam, I have already the same question that you have posed. I have already asked Dr. Shyam Kumar, and Tej Pratap and any of the Yadavs are welcome to come on my show, and I will ask exactly the same questions that I should ask, not what Sanju Verma tells me to ask. But I will take your feedback constructively. But Ms. Verma, I take your feedback constructively, unlike vice versa. But I want to bring in Dr. Shyam Kumar back into this conversation. Dr. Shyam Kumar, the fact is, you have a young girl who's making the most grave charges, not against Tej Pratap, but the entire family, which includes Rabri Devi. Now, you actually have the brother of the alleged, now I'm using the word alleged because we don't know what is true, what's not true, the alleged current partner of Tej Pratap, who's actually come out and said, Dr. Kumar, that Tejaswi has a lot to lose. We don't have a lot to lose. He should respect the family because there are two families involved.
No, actually, if you want to discuss the personal kind of discussion here, that is a different issue for discussion. Whatever in the domain of the party has taken very fast and quick action. I believe that in a party has taken in such a fast manner that how many other parties are taking in the such issues in a fast manner. The matter is a sub judice. And if you look at the tweet, if you look at the extent of party, the party has categorically made it clear. And it is a quite clear that what is the extent of party with regard to the social justice.
Okay.
Even personal values. Let me conclude. Even personal values in the personal life, that matters big. And what about the other parties? If you look at, so I don't want to bring any such discussion in here. That but if you see, the party has made it stand quite clear. Matter is against sub judice. What to do? What is to be done? What do you expect from party to deliver in such a fast manner? So, so if you conclude everything, then you will find the party has done justice whatever it can deliver.
Okay, so the party's taken a political stand. I've run out of time, but the fact is, will it have political implications? There are elections in 4 months, sir.
Eldest son of Lalu Prasad.
Can I have 30 seconds?
Ma'am, you have 10 seconds.
I tell you.
Yes, can I please ask him to keep quiet? Preeti, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. In the Lalu Yadav family, it is Lalu Prasad Yadav, his wife Rabdi Devi, their daughter Misa Bharti and Tejashwi Yadav who called these shots.
Okay.
Aishwarya Rai for justice milegi.
I need to, ma'am, 10 seconds are over. I need to go into a break. Okay. All right. So you have the RJD spokesperson who's saying the party's taken a political stand and a very clear stand. Tej Pratap is no longer with the party. Now, the personal life playing out, will it somewhere down the line transcend into politics, especially because this year is very important to the RJD. Less than 4 months in October, November. Elections are around the corner. Well, we'll keep a firm eye on all developments. A quick break. Stay with us.